My name is Scott Doherty. I'm an engineer and I work for Superior Energy Systems. One of the things we've seen in recent years is the need for a smaller cost in testing a market area. And this is a great solution for someone who might be looking at building a terminal, but obviously doesn't want to invest in that infrastructure. One of the things that's become useful with the Transloader is being able to move the trailer in an area where getting a rail switch is going to be limited. So the setup for the Transloader is pretty simple. You're basically going to be able to park the trailer next to your rail spur. From there, you're going to set the 4 jacks, which we have basically hand cranked so that you can level out the trailer and make sure it's stabilized. At that point, depending on the setup, you would fold out your gangway and install the loading arms. After that, you would basically put the hoses on, and then you're pretty much ready to go at that point. Obviously, we have different solutions as far as power, so this one behind me needs to be plugged in. However, we've done generators and different solutions in the past to make it easy for the customer depending on their needs. So we've seen process times range from 30 to 45 minutes to fill a truck. Obviously, we can do liquid offload, but we can also do vapor recovery. A lot of times that's done from rail car to rail car. So once you get the liquid out of a rail car, you're going to be able to push that vapor and get all of the product that you've purchased from one rail car and push it into a full rail car. That'll become part of the next liquid offload. That's going to optimize, all of the product that you've purchased and basically allow you to speed up things, not having to wait for the truck to basically take that vapor recovery. This is a lower cost item, and so they're trying not to invest too much into a test market. But from there, we're able to upgrade. So sometimes these become a permanent use for maybe a market that's not big enough to justify that cost, but can be used to still serve that market. So some of the upgrades that we've seen and customers have requested are different gangway options. We can do safety cages, and we've also done things such as generators in cases where there's no site power, coolers, and then also things like meters. If you have to meter into your truck, let's say you're trying to fill a customer's truck and you want to meter that rather than your own trucks, that's always an option as well.
All right, my name is Greg Weitzel. I'm the Director of Engineering here with Superior Energy Systems. Our LPG Transloader is built to NFPA 58 and NFPA 70. It's basically built to all the same standards that we would build a bulk plant or any permanent installation, any permanent terminal to. We use a Corkin 691 compressor with a 25 horsepower motor on our Transloader unit. We can offload liquid from a rail car to a transport truck, which is about 10,000 gallons in about 30 to 45 minutes. And then we also can do vapor recovery, which is probably 2 to 4 hours, depending on your climate. So our LPG Transloader has same ESD safeties that a permanent system would have. We have a emergency electrical shutdown button on our panel, and we have a remote shutdown button with a 50-foot cord, so we can move it to meet the distance requirement per the code. And that shuts down all electrical and also closes all of our pneumatic ESD emergency shutoff valves. Our LPG transport has breakaway protection on both the truck side and rail side. There's 2 liquid hoses and 1 vapor hose on each side, and they both have full breakaway protection, which stops flow in both directions. Safety is maximized on our LPG Transloader. All of our electronics are full Class 1, Div 1, explosion proof. Our LPG compressor has a low oil pressure shutoff switch to help our customers. We don't want them to damage their compressor or hurt the compressor. And then we also have a low pressure switch, which we can set for when they're doing vapor recovery to shut the compressor off at a given time. And we have a high pressure switch as a safety.